Welcome to Sweet Tea Channeling. I'm Debbie Pokornik, and with me is my co-host and our gifted channeler, Susan Hoskins. If you are new to these calls and find you have questions about what we are doing, we strongly encourage you to go back to June of 2023 and listen to the introduction from one of those calls. We outline everything for you there. You might also find that listening to those channelings provides a helpful foundation for everything that we bounce around on our calls. In a nutshell, we are creating Hoomadhi, a reality filled with compassion, understanding, and delight. And we're doing it every day of our lives, right here, right now. We have already opened sacred space for all of us, but we ask that you take a moment before starting to center and ground yourself with a few deep breaths and call in your guides to help you pick out the most relevant pieces from our conversation for you personally. I'll be silent for a moment so you can do that. All right, so today we are starting into our nuggets, which means that Susan is not channeling at the moment, although Christopher's always with her. And instead, I'm going to share a nugget from last time for us to play with. Here we go. Hoomadhi is a brilliant consciousness of love, oneness, and joy. It is also about being fully present in the moment. So, Susan, I was thinking we would discuss that by talking about what are the things or something, anything that has come up for you this week in regards to living in Hoomadhi. How have you practiced it?
Oh, I love that question, Debbie. It's been a fun few days. And what I mean by that is I had an experience I haven't quite had before.
Hmm,
And that is, as you know so well, we are in the beginning stages of writing a book about living Hoomadhi. And so, what I was told yesterday in a channeling about it was that I could actually call in not only guides, but the essence of one of the characters we're creating. And
nice.
so I will call him Joshua. And you might put another name to it if it sounds familiar. But anyway, I called in Joshua just to be with me so I could feel what the essence of, okay, Jesus would really feel like.
Mhm.
And I did. I just felt a lovely, warm essence yesterday. But I had no idea that he was not going to just be there as a presence, but as a teacher of compassion. So the boys started back to school today, and it turns out Will had grown much more than we thought. So he needed to take a pair of Patrick shorts to be hemmed so that they would fit him. So Denaria asked me if I would please take them to the lovely lady that she knows that does alterations. I didn't actually drop the pair of shorts off. I just was going to go and pick them up. And
Okay.
that becomes important because when they said it was going to be $16, I thought, well, there must be more than one pair of shorts to hem. What do I know, right? So anyway, I asked the man there, are you sure there's not more than one? And I text my daughter and no, there's just one. And so, okay, I pay the man $20 and I get $4 back in change. And I'm walking out with my little pair of shorts and the woman comes running after me. You did not pay. You did not pay.
Oh,
And I'm going, I stop in my tracks. I know I did pay. And I stop in my tracks and I wanted to get mad. I really did. I wanted to say, what do you mean accusing me of not paying? I didn't get mad. I walked back in and I said, but of course I did. And here's my $4 in change. And she said, oh, I'm so terribly sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Well, the point of it is, sure, I wanted to get mad because that's the old way of I would have reacted. I didn't get angry. But it bothered me enough that I texted my daughter and said, oh my goodness, the woman accused me of not paying. And that's when Joshua spoke to me and in words and in feeling, going, good, you didn't get mad, but true compassion would be not noticing it at all.
Right.
True compassion, the next level of Hoomadhi, would be, it's no big deal. Oh, yes, ma'am, I did pay. Here's my change. Instead of even having the thought, I want to get mad. I can't get mad. I don't feel mad. But just the fact it was in the awareness of, it was something I should be upset enough to text my daughter about, let me know, it's time to bump it up a notch.
Yes. And I was imagining someone coming after me and, maybe grabbing my arm or whatever, just stopping me to say, you didn't pay. And I feel like the next level, even with that, beyond that in Humadi might be to say, did you need more?
Oh,
Like that whole idea of give and take as to where you are now. Of course, we're not there right now, and that you pay for something, whatever it is they charge you, you pay for it. You don't say, "Oh, well, let me pay you again."
mhm.
You know? But can you feel? I don't know. There's just something about that that feels really beautiful.
Right, right.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
I love that.
That's really interesting. I'm going to interject that that's being very intuitive, my friend, because my daughter was able to help me have even more compassion when she told me a bit more about the woman and that she thinks she might actually live in the back of the store. And that's when my heart went, oh man, kind of what you're saying is, oh, do you need more? Yeah.
Hmm,
So we never know somebody else's story.
that's true.
Mhm.
I don't know about you, but I'm finding so many of my conversations lately, as I'm living in Humadi, just give me angel bumps. They feel
Mhm.
so beautiful. Yeah.
Well, it's a wonderful lesson to me because living in Humadi and witnessing what's going on in our world makes me sometimes feel like, oh man, we're doing so good, right?
Yeah.
And this beautiful lesson went, oh, but there's so much more.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. So I had an interesting situation that feels to me like it kind of parallels this. As you know, I'm traveling, so I am up in Canada and visiting family and friends and not in my normal environment. And I had set up to get together with one of my good friends who has been busy ever since I got here. So I haven't been able to see her. And today she's leaving for Portugal. So she's going to be gone, and I won't get to see her if it wasn't yesterday. And I knew we were going to get together around lunchtime. And so I was busy doing my work and I kept thinking, oh, is it time yet? And I kept getting the message, be in the moment, enjoy the moment. So I was taking my time and enjoying the moment. And then the time where she was supposed to text me and say, okay, come over now, came and went. And I had to keep, let's just be in the moment. I was working on one of our videos. So, that's always a helpful thing for me because it really helps me to be in Humadi. But I thought, no, I'm not going to get out of sorts or anxious or thinking, oh, we don't have that much time. All of those things were very close to the surface because the truth is we didn't have a whole bunch of time. But I knew to be in Humadi, you need to be in the now. That's where the power is. And so I just really focused on enjoying that time. And I actually quite loved it. That when it was time to get going, I was almost thinking, oh, I was quite happy here too. And that
Like,
that was just very different for me. So I went over. I In the end, I did not have a lovely visit with her because there were so many other people there and things going on. And, but I still got to see her and it was a very loving time with her. So it wasn't, just her and I where I could just have her to myself, which quite selfishly I love. But it was still beautiful Humadi time.
oh, nice.
Yeah. Now, did you tell me earlier there was another compassion piece that came through?
There is another one that's funny. The other compassion piece had to do with, I was shared with you a few minutes ago that we're having some technical difficulties here.
Okay.
So one of the TVs in our downstairs level where I am now stopped working. I'm not quite sure why. Probably has nothing to do with the 10-year-old who was here yesterday morning, but suffice it to say that when I couldn't figure out how to get it going again, and Lara couldn't figure out how to get it going again, we asked Will's daddy to take a look at it when he came over. So he got it fixed, and I'm so happy. Okay, good, that's fixed. One more thing, cha-ching. Well, apparently when I was gone, the sound was still on. So Larry went down and turned off the sound bar. And in whatever he did, it took the whole TV problem back to not working at all.
Oh no.
So this is yesterday evening. And so I went down and I'm experiencing that. And it was like, oh, come on, really, Lair, why'd you touch it? That was what was going through my mind. And then it was like, no, I can't even get mad. I couldn't get mad at him. But I went back up and I simply announced, honey, whatever you did caused the TV not to be working. And again, I kind of got that little, well, good, you didn't get mad. However, the next level of compassion might be that you wouldn't have even had to mention it in that means the way you did at all. Yeah. You could have said something like, oh, looks like maybe Tim needs to look at it again or whatever. But I did let him know in a kinder, gentler way that he messed it up. But the next level of compassion would have been, you don't have to let him know at all. It could have just as easily been me going down trying to turn the sound off when the picture wasn't.
It could have been walking down the stairs, right? Just your energy. I feel like I would like to end this nugget, but there's more I would like to say about that power of now and abundance.
So good.
Ready to join us live on these calls? Send us an email at info.hoomadhi, that's HOOMADHI @gmail.com. We'd love to have you play with us.